Hi, welcome to Stashbusting Prep. I am doing a stash busting challenge next year in 2025. I'm challenging myself to use my craft supplies, mainly my yarn, fiber, and fabric supplies, but I do have other stuff. So the first thing that I need to do in order to get the challenge off to a good start is seeing what I have, what my stash actually is. And today I'm starting with the yarn because I have quite a bit of yarn. I think I donated a lot of it to a senior center when we moved a couple of years ago, but I still have a lot, and I have quite a few works in progress too. So it's time to look at it all.
Trust in me.
So what I did is I organized my yarn in a manner that pleased me, and I took pictures, and so we're doing this in a stop motion fashion. So through this organization process for my yarn, I discovered that I have a bit of a Malabrigo problem. Now I knew already that this is my favorite yarn, it's my favorite yarn company, but what I didn't realize was just how much Malabrigo yarn I actually still have, which made me happy, but also really determined to actually use a lot of that really nice yarn and some really fun colors over the next year. So well, let's go. Let's take a look at the yarn that I have. Do you guys remember, or do you know, it was several years ago, maybe a decade or more, I think, when a German yarn company named Rohrspatz und Wollmeise was incredibly popular. I mean, to the point where they did weekly shop updates, and it took, I don't know, it took seconds for them to be sold out. And I honestly, I completely forgot that I actually have some Wollmeise in my stash. And late to every trend as usual, I'm really looking forward to making something with it. Another yarn that I like a lot, as you may have noticed, is Kobasi, which is a fingering weight yarn that is made from cotton, bamboo, and silk. And it is perhaps my very favorite plant fiber yarn. I know silk's not a plant fiber, but there's very little silk in it. And I really enjoy making accessories with it. It even holds up quite well for socks. At least as well as, you know, other cotton and polyamide yarns. So I have it in, I think, 3 different colors, so we'll see what I make with it. A slightly annoying thing that I've realized in the course of this process is that my memory isn't as good as I thought it was, because I bought the Delicato lace weight in malachite and kale for a specific project. I know I wanted to make something with it, which I liked enough to actually go and, like, you know, buy the yarn that that was meant for this project, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was. So I don't know if you've ever seen a really great, I think it was a really great shawl using the Delicato lace weight. I think it's rayon yarn. Let me know, because I would really like to make this. So in the blue there's another shade of Kobasi, and also the Lorna's Laces Shepherd Sock. So really hard name for a German. In Cookie's Deep Dark Secret. Now Cookie, at first I thought, did I buy a Sesame Street yarn? Because I thought, like, you know, Cookie Monster, because it's blue. But no, this shade was created by, I think her name is Cookie A, who is a sock yarn, a sock designer. And I believe I even have her book, so I think it would be fun to make something from her book with this yarn. Making a note. Purple is my favorite color, and so you'll see I have quite a bit more than just this yarn in various shades of purple. I was very happy to find the paper yarn because I have a big head with a lot of hair, and I bought the paper yarn at some point to crochet myself a sun hat for the summer. And I'm very happy that I actually have it, because I didn't remember, but now I do, and a hat will be forthcoming. This might be my favorite of the yarn clips that I made for this, because that is some pretty yarn. Obviously I'm a purple person, like I said, but these are much prettier in person. I hope as I make stuff with these yarns that my camera and my photography skills will improve, so that I can show how pretty this yarn actually is. But especially the Malabrigo Arco Iris, I need to find something special for that, because that's really pretty yarn. I bought these two Henry's Attics yarns and several other things at a yarn store in Pennsylvania called the Mannings. Now the Mannings closed, I think, almost 10 years ago, but I was very happy that I could go there and visit the store before it closed, because it was one of the best yarn stores I've ever been in, and they had this room with spinning wheels and looms, all, you know, built and ready to work with, so you could try the various spinning wheels to see which one you like best. And so I spent hours there, just, you know, browsing the yarn and, you know, trying some of the wheels, even though I remember telling them that I wasn't in the market. I just, you know, wanted to see, because I already had a wheel. But that was a great store. That's a great yarn store. If you have a favorite, especially if it's on the Eastern Seaboard, because that's where I live, tell me about it, please, because I would really like to know. I would really like to find more great yarn and fiber stores. She says as she's starting a stash busting challenge. That's the problem, isn't it? So these are yarns that I bought for a specific purpose. I remember that I bought the riveting to make a sweater called Sanderling several years ago, and I still want to make that sweater because it's really pretty. And I know that I bought the Lindy chain from Knit Picks. It's a linen yarn. I bought that for yet another shawl, but I don't remember which one. And I have a sneaking suspicion that the Sweet Georgia was supposed to go with the red Sweet Georgia yarn, or coral, I think it was. And so I'm assuming that was supposed to be a shawl too. I have no idea which one, so I'm gonna need to find a pattern for these sort of mini skeins of yarn. And I have no idea what I bought the Koigu for. I love Koigu yarn. They have like the best color variations, but no idea. So we'll see. So, confession, I bought most of the cotton yarn that I have in big bags. The Lazy Days is, first of all, not cotton, and secondly, it's from Joann's, I think. But definitely the Hobby Rainbow Pack I bought because I love color. I didn't have any plans for it, really, if I'm honest, but I bought it because color makes me happy. I have a huge box of Crayola crayons for the same reason. My son is 13. He does not draw with crayons anymore. I don't do anything with crayons. But I have the 150 crayon box because they make me happy. Color makes me happy. The best, very best gift that my husband ever gave me was, the color cube. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. And sometimes when I'm sad or just not feeling okay, I look at these color cards because they just make me happy. It's absolutely wonderful. I love it. So anyway, long story short, that's why I bought the cotton. I don't have any plans for it, and well, it's not enough for any sort of garment, and it's not thick enough for washcloths or toys, really. I might make dish towels. I might make some confetti dish towels where you just, where you weave just all the different colors together and they just sort of are little rainbow specks. I might do that. So when I found the works in progress, well, at least most of them, there are still a few that are all over the place. Because I don't know if you do this, but I tend to have situation knitting. So I have a project in my car for when I have to wait somewhere for my son or something. I have one in the living room by my chair for television, and I have one in my purse because you never know, you might need one. You might need a project. So the problem is that it's very likely that I have overlooked some. In fact, I know that there's one in the living room that I think I showed at some point, but only very briefly, because it was my procrastination project that I cast on because I didn't want to do exactly this. These are only some of my works in progress, but I'm very excited about them. The grand total of all the yarn that I cataloged today was 7,400 grams. So that's not quite as much as I thought it was going to be, even though I did not count the works in progress. And there's also still hand spun yarn, which I will do together with the fiber. But for now, I think it is not quite as daunting as I thought it was going to be. And I think I will be able to make a good dent in my yarn stash over the coming year. I already have some ideas how to go about it, and sort of what rules to make for myself for my challenge. One was left in my comments from a viewer that was really inspiring, a really inspiring idea, which I will talk about more when I talk about the plans. But for now, I can only recommend that if you have a bit of a stash, do this. I mean, you don't have to take pictures of it or anything, but take a look at it, because there is, for all sorts of craft supplies, there is this idea of shopping in your stash, where you do things with only the supplies that you already own. And I feel like that's a little bit of what I did here with my yarn, because I'm really excited about making stuff with what I have now. And so next time I think I will do the spinning fiber and the hand spun, and then we'll talk about how this challenge is going to work. So thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and a great weekend, and go take a look at your stash. It's fun.